Hey, this is Steve Domenico here from Regional Fight Sports at Combat Night with Justin Cronin. The first fight of the night, first ever Muay Thai in the cage, Cage Titans. How you feeling about that fight, bro?
I'm feeling great. It was an awesome fight against an awesome opponent, and we kind of put on a show.
You know, you've had a couple of fights in the past. What was the difference fighting in a cage? You know, other than a ring that you're used to?
Just the atmosphere. There was a lot of people. You're in the cage, kind of a little harder to see everything, everybody on the outside, but it's a totally different experience. It's awesome, definitely awesome.
Great fight, great 3 rounds fight. Dominant performance by you as far as going into, the second and third round. You really took control of that fight. Hurt him a couple of times. How'd you feel about your performance overall in that fight?
Good. In the first round, it took me a little while to get my distance. After the second and third round, I felt pretty confident that he couldn't close the distance. But that was great. Great fight.
Brian Gerson, MMA Sucker. Were you in your training? Were you preparing at all for the? I mean, you talked about it before. The cage is going to be much different than fighting in a ring, of course. That's something that you kind of planned and were preparing for in your training.
Honestly, no. We kind of just did the regular training, like we were going to get in a ring, but we knew it was going to be in the cage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're going to get taken down. It's not like you can use the fence to take you down or anything like that. But what was like one difference that you did kind of notice while you're in there?
Just really the atmosphere. It's like a different kind of feeling being in the cage opposed to the ring.
I think did you ask that same question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. So in terms of like Muay Thai around here, it's been growing in popularity. We have No Boundary popped up recently, and now we're doing this. They also the Combat Zone also has kickboxing. So what do you think about the growth of kickboxing and Muay Thai in this area, where in the United States it's still a smaller sport?
It's really great. I think it's kind of the first step into going to mixed martial arts. You obviously want a nice striking base, and with the boxing only, it's kind of tough. Get your legs taken off when you step again in the Muay Thai ring, but yeah, a little different.
Coming out of the Pride Martial Arts, camp there. Lots of beasts, lots of things happening out of that camp. We got Ross Levine just had his glory debut with a first-round knockout.
Yep, 46 seconds.
Yeah, how's it feel to have them? Doug Holland, big-time pro there. A lot of fights. How does it feel to have that kind of intelligence in the fighting ring as far as Muay Thai, to be behind you to kind of bring you along and tutor you?
It's really awesome. I can just trust everybody, and they tell me what to do, and I listen. And kind of do it in the ring.
Excellent. Last thing about me, as far as fighting, the difference, get back into the question Brian was asking about the difference between the ring and the cage. A lot of, Muay Thai, a lot depends on that rope fighting too.
Yep.
You can't extend your kicks as much if, against the cage, because the kicks do overlap.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ropes a lot of times in the Muay Thai fight. Was any of that in your mind as far as like the cage and distance in your fighting?
When I had him in the clinch kind of up against the cage, it was a little more like he couldn't move as much. When we were on the ropes, he would have been able to kind of bounce a little more and escape to the side, but there was nowhere to go once you get him against the cage, so that was cool.
Excellent.
I mean, for you, the first fighter fight, a Muay Thai fight at Cage Titans, do you think with that performance you want to be the first fighter to get a Muay Thai belt at Cage Titans?
I would love that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think it sounds good.
This is the first of many come down the line, so there's going to be shots for the belts.
With a performance like that.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you. For the first fight ever at Cage Titans, man. What a hell of a performance right there. You made your team proud, and carrying the torch for that that Pride Martial Arts group there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Any thank yous, anything like that?
Thanks everybody for coming. That came from Pride, and thanks everybody else that showed up to support. Thank you very much.
Excellent, Justin. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks.
Awesome.